Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 45 of Runaway Teen in the City. And, I see a diaper note going on. And as I say, Andi is no longer a teen, and she's a young adult, and she has Arabella as a child, and she has found her brother Mason, who is an older child and probably going to become a teen soon. At the moment, it's Tuesday morning, and Arabella is doing her homework so that she can try and get to an A. Her school starts in an hour. I did have Mason take the day off so that he can work on his aspirations, because he is already an A student, so he doesn't need to go to school. And but I thought if Arabella finished her extra credit work, it would just help her boost to get up the grade level. So I'm on the wrong sim. I want to show Arabella. So she is a B, and she obviously has done her homework in the first place. I don't know whether... I thought doing extra credit would help boost that up, so they're more likely to get the equivalent of a promotion, a boost in their grade. So she may need a couple of days to get that, but looks like she is done. Now we have Andi wanting to buy a better TV. So I am going to go into build mode quickly or briefly, and I am going to put their TV that they have currently here. I have commented in previous parts, I'm going to build up on this lot. It's either that or we might move to the other penthouse lot that has it's a bigger piece of property, so there's more outdoor space all in one spot. So I might go buy that one and then just move their things and take that place unfurnished and furnish it and whatnot. We'll see. But so for now, I'm going to put this in because we may have need of a second TV if we have a bigger lot, be it here or in a new location. Let me know if you think you'd prefer to see them move to a new spot, the other penthouse lot in San Myshuno, or whether they should stay here or if they should just get out of the city altogether. I kind of like the city, so I may be more inclined to stay, but I'm open to either suggestion. But they do have some stuff in their inventory before I buy the TV. I had Dimitri a few parts ago, do these planters, and I have never put them out. And he also did the wall hanging, and I don't know if we have anywhere to put the wall hanging. I don't know that it really... Does it go there on top of the paintings? Not really. Maybe the paintings should get moved. We'll put it here for now. And he did do a chair. That was what he needed to do in the end. And then we got these from the birthday party. And these paintings are My Sim Goes signed, Hillock 2 signed, and Blick Block signed. Those were from Dimitri's promotion that they got that. So now let's go into electronics and go back here. And I'm going to get a TV for the wall. Will that fit there? Not quite. Not with this painting. Of course, we can't put a painting here unless it won't be lined up with the other paintings over there. I don't know if I have the alt, if I can bring it down a little bit. I think that's okay. We'll leave that there. And of course, that part of the issue here is this. Where do I put that? That's the question. Maybe I do need move objects on. Because I don't know how... Maybe I didn't remember putting move objects on, but maybe I did. I had it on the last time I built, but that was a previous time of having Sims open. So who knows? Maybe the Alt key just let me move it in a little bit closer here. So she has her TV, and the other thing I meant to do when I was in build mode, I forgot, was go into the children area, the kids area, under kids activities, and get that Junior Wizard starter set. And I'm going to put it out here at the back because we still have this back area locked, so only people in the home and employees can go there. That means if any kids come over, they can't come and use that, which is one plus about having two outdoor areas, that you can have one that's only for the family by locking the door. And of course, we also have it for the gardener. But so she should be going to school soon. Let me just quickly check her needs, since she's the one going to school. She seems to be okay. Why don't we have her have a quick meal of some yogurt, because she's just a little tiny bit hungry. And Mason, he's completely maxed out. He needs to be creative. Just in terms of he would like to be creative. He doesn't actually need to be creative, but he would like to be creative. So why don't we draw a monster just to get that whim, and then once he's finished that, we're going to have him come over here and create 3 emotion potions, which he needs to do for his WizKid aspiration. And so then he'll be finished. And the Sims, I find they just, as soon as, I don't know if it's because of the romance or because they have fairly high singing skill, which they do need to be working on. They haven't maxed their singing skill to be able to complete the city. Is she pregnant? She kind of has a bit of a look like she's pregnant. I think she's pregnant. I don't remember getting the pop-up saying she was pregnant, but let's look. Let's go on to Andi. Yep. She's eating for 2 from trying for a baby. Second, so she just got the announcement because the second trimester starts in 23 hours. I just was like, that looks like a little bit of a pregnancy belly on her. So she is indeed pregnant, and she does have the double arrows going down for the hunger, and Arabella has gone to school. So let's see. I think she works today, but not till much later, 4 till 9 p.m. Oops, they didn't like that. There was a negative on their heart. Oh well. You go have a thoughtful shower, or sing in the shower. Just curious where they are, where she is, specifically on her singing skill. She is at level 5. They have a decent amount of money since they had that really successful sale in the last part. But I don't know what it would take to move to the other lot. But like I said, I would probably take it unfurnished and then furnish it ourselves when we got over there, and as well as editing out the lot a little bit. Because I do prefer when they live mostly on one level, because it's much easier to control the Sims and you can see what they're doing and where they're going. But I did have my city living household end up in that house. They never were in this location. They went to the large 3-bedroom apartment that I think maybe in the arts district. I can't remember. I can never remember the names of the different lots in the city. So I don't know where it was. So let's see what he is doing. He needs to spend some more time on the computer. So he goes to work in 2 days. Correct, I remember that now. So we're going to have him do some more live streaming to boost his... 2 things, to boost his followers and to work on this spending time on the computer. Now, he's just starting that. So he's almost finished and he's working on his logic skill, which he got to level 2. Now Andi is finishing that painting. Oh, we don't really need to go to GeekCon, so that's fine, because they already did that part. And much as it might be nice to win a computer, I don't know that that's the best place to meet children, and that's the main thing he needs to actually... He did make friends with one adult. We probably need to head over to a park to meet children, because I don't find there necessarily as many around in the city, though it does depend on the game file, or at least that's what I notice. So he's doing that. She is painting. I'm just curious, do I have a... So we finished that. I'm going to buy them because I don't think I have one. I'm going back into the buy mode and I'm going to buy them under activities and skills, the microphone, because the microphone lets them not only work on their comedy, but it also lets them work on their singing skill. So that's an easy way for her to do her singing, which she kind of needs to do. So she doesn't want to sing a serenade. Oh, I wonder if I have romantic interactions and that's why they're in our club. In our club gathering. That'll be funny if Mason stays around for any length of time. Oh, she got a masterpiece. I do find they get them more when they paint less often. And plus, that is the one lot trait I still have, is the home studio lot trait, and that home studio lot trait is, I find they're much more likely to get masterpieces because it's supposed to increase the quality of what you do on a lot that has that trait. So I probably should just practice singing is what I should do, because then I don't have to keep changing the song and I keep going the wrong thing. So he's done a whole extra hour And Mason has finished that aspiration. So his last one, so creativity is done, the motor is done, and he only has social. And he needs to become friends with one more adult. Let's go look out in the district and see if there's... Well, while we're at it, why don't we have him look for some snow globes and grab a poster and then find an adult that we can do a friendly introduction with. We didn't actually become friends with Anaya. Anaya Jang, she was the one who came over last time that he tried to socialize a little bit with, but I was maybe too busy concentrating on everyone else to actually fully do that. So he got a city skyline snow globe, and I'm going to just keep an eye on him. He's got a night light legacy, and let's see if he makes friends. Try and make friends with Don Lothario. I see him there. I guess the person... Oh, there she is. There's all these drinks all over the place. And he wants to be friendly with Arabella. Good friends with Mason. So, ask about Day. But that didn't seem to trigger with becoming friends with two adults. Now, I had that problem before where I became friends and it just seemed to not register. I think to be on the safe side, I'm going to end the gathering and see whether we can become friends with someone else with the gathering not going. Though it worked before, so I don't know. Did we become friends with him? Enthused about candy. I'm sure Don really wants to hear about candy. Talk about toys. Another thing I'm sure he really wants to talk about. Debate game strategy. Perhaps that would be a better. Tell an unbelievable story. Get to know. Hopefully he can get... But the thing is, I had the club gathering going last time when he became friends. So I don't know why it didn't work this time. I'm just going to start the gathering again. Oh, Dawn is embarrassed. Andi, can you go say yes to this little kid out here? You can say cheerful introduction and invite Rico in because we can have Mason come up and try and make friends with him since he needs to make friends with three more children. Would help if I was on Mason. 3 children. He needs to become friends with 3 children. So Mason is now level 2 of the charisma skill. I don't know if he's actually friends with Dawn. Joke about nacho cheese. Not friends. Brighten day. And he's embarrassed. Ask about day. I'm assuming it's not going very well since you're embarrassed. Discuss fractions. Pop culture reference. Maybe we'll try and do an introduction to Maki Hayashi. And I think I'm going to have him by the observant trait, which is they learn the traits of others just by meeting them. And I like that, especially with the kleptomaniac trait in the game, so that you don't invite people, or you can try in tech that you don't invite people in that. Oh, we got that become friends with 2 adults, so we don't actually need to introduce ourselves. So I'm going to have him go back home, and hopefully Andi did actually, she's eating that cake, the little boy came in. So, and they did see that they had a little knock to their relationship that was fully maxed, and now it's not quite so high. And the little, he's using his imagination with all those little things. We're going to, do we already know Rico? Oh, we're already friends with him. So we can't become friends with him. I don't know if becoming good friends will help that. I'm not sure that we are good friends. Describe imaginary friend. We could ask to trade void critters. Not that we really need them, and not that we have a void critter machine in the house. Tell gross joke. His queue is full. Brighten day. Ask to trade void critters. Oh, I think... Oh, so somehow just us talking to him, even though he was already our friend, And he's a genius. Uh-oh. That did tick off because we were definitely at 0 and we're now at 3. And there's Andi with her baby belly, her baby bump. That I'm hoping it will be twins. And how is... he's at 96, so he's got 4 more hours left. Let's get him... We'll trade our only void critter we have. We got a Meduso. I don't really know what the one we had was in terms of the relative levels. So I think I was going to say I'll be back when Arabella comes. Oh, there we go. We got paid for our work, and we are going to work from home, but she did get promoted. So that's the money she got. She got 463 bonus. She got room with a view wall painting. So we got a wall painting, and we got a praise art interaction. And she is now a refined reviewer, and she makes 93 per hour, which is 27 more than she made before. And she works at 4 o'clock. No, thank you. We don't want to go out with you. So let's see. So she has to spray graffiti for 2 hours and recommend hangout to 3 sims. I don't remember if I ever bought them a graffiti wall anywhere on this property. I don't know that there's any room to put a graffiti wall. Let's see if we can put one in here. I'm going to see if I can snuggle this in here. Kind of sticking out a little bit. We have a painting there. I think I need to go in the top-down view to be able to just see, because it's a narrow hallway. And now I'm going to go into creative, and that's where I'm going to buy the wall, do-it-yourself wall mural, and it does fit. Now if I put it there, can I move this beside it? I can indeed, so I don't need to have it sticking out even further in the hallway, so that's a good thing. Unless I could move this because it's smaller. I guess it can stick out a little bit because we have that here. It's on both sides. Not really a big fan of how that is. Nah, I can't really. Well, that's okay. Hopefully that, since I don't have move objects on, that should probably not block the door. So she needs to spray graffiti for 2 hours. So that doesn't matter if anyone helps. She just has to do it for 2 hours. So we'll have her go over and spray graffiti. And I see that Arabella has the rainbows over her head. So it looks like she had a decent day at school. I highly doubt I forgot to ask her to work hard. So I highly doubt she got a boost in her hand, but she's really high. If I had her work hard, I bet you she would have gotten her A grade today, but I completely forgot about that. Did that little boy go home? I don't know. Is he hanging out somewhere? And I just don't see him. He can't go back there. That's not somewhere he can go. I don't see a message saying he was leaving, but I might have missed it. Because we could have had Arabella introduce herself to him. Because if we go over to social, I'm pretty sure she is on the tier where she needs to become friends with... Oh, he's reached level 10 of video gaming, has Dimitri. Yeah, we can't really go anywhere because Andi is doing the graffiti. We could just stop her doing the graffiti and go to the park, because the park we could go to the park in Willow Creek or Oasis Springs. The Willow Creek Park, I have definitely added some floor murals there, so she could do that there, and then the kids can work on making their friends. So I think I'm going to take them all over there, and I will see you when we get there. They're at the park, and Andi did manage to finish spraying the graffiti for 2 hours before I left. I think she got 231 simoleans, which is not very much. She is level 6. So now she needs to recommend hangout to 3 sims, so she could probably do that with Dimitri. So recommend hangout, we'll recommend a restaurant. Not that she's that type of a critic, but whatever. And Mason, let's see, are there any kids here, or are we just too soon? There is a child. Do we know this child? Can I catch the kid without Pausing the game. Oh, there we go. Friendly introduction. And does she know? I highly doubt she does because she was a toddler not very long ago. So we'll introduce herself on both their parts to those kids, to that child. We'll have the two of them introduce themselves to him. And we may have to go somewhere else in hopes that someone else will come. So she has got one done, and he is a glutton. And we can try and do the same thing with Malcolm Land Grab. We need to recommend, we'll recommend a museum. And then who do we have over here? We have Nagoya Shimizu. We will do a cheerful introduction, and after we do that, we will do another recommendation, and I assume we'll get the same amount that we got before. So Mason has become friends with him, I'm pretty sure. Yep, Scott Samuel is now Mason's friend, and let's see if Arabella, yep, she's got that too. Maybe she can introduce herself to Nagoya. And is there anyone else? I know Malcolm is evil and a snob. But I don't really see a lot of people hanging out at this lot. Did we do that introduction? Friendly introduction. Didn't seem to take. Oh, and there's someone else we can introduce ourselves to. If I can click on them. They're moving too fast for me. I think I have to pause it. I don't think I can catch her. Friendly introduction. There. We got one friend with an adult. And we need 2 other kids. And Mason needs 1 other child to become friends with. But like I said, I only see 1 kid here. Or the 1 kid that we became friends with. And I don't see anyone else hanging around that's a kid. Does he know anybody that he's not friends with that he could invite over? That's a child. And not seeing a lot of children in his 3 kids, and he's friends with the 3 kids he knows. One of which, of course, is Arabella. So that did not work. So, Andi, can you recommend... Why don't you recommend a... No, we don't want to invite to a club. That's not what I meant to do. Why don't we... She's a genius, unflirty, and hates children. Really good fit with us since we have... it's under friendly. Of course, recommend hang out, and we'll recommend a nightclub to her. And that should finish that task for work. We'll zoom around. I certainly hope he was doing that to Andi. Uh-oh, he's got to go to the bathroom. Are you going? Why don't you go to the bathroom? Why don't you auto-solve that? You have to do a little bit. So, Masami, I think was her name, and she was mean. I think that's who Arabella just introduced herself to. And now she's playing here, and I really would like some more kids to come. And we only have Scott here, and no more kids. I might just have to have them introduce themselves and make friends the hard way by introducing themselves at school and then asking. So Scott, Mason. Well, we could have... There is one friend that we could make for Arabella. We can have Mason invite... Not Scott. We can have him invite Rico over. Why don't we invite to hang out? And then that will be someone that... Maybe that's not a good idea. We could always do that at home, because I think we need to head off and go somewhere else. Go to the other park and hope that the person at the other park is not Scott Samuel. That's one thing I like about Newcrest, because in Newcrest there's the playground equipment, and I do find kids hang out there a lot, so you don't even have to leave your home lot. If you're in the neighborhood in Newcrest that has the pirate ship in particular, you can make friends there. And even the one that has the monkey bars only and no pirate ship, it actually is pretty reasonable in terms of being able to there's kids that hang out there too. But I find some of these places just don't have, oh, he's hungry, so he's making something to eat, so I guess we'll hang out. So once they finish eating, I will take them over to the other park, and we will see you there they're back home. I had no luck at Oasis Spring Park, so I didn't bother recording over there. The only child that was there was Rico, who they both already know, because we had asked him over to the Willow Creek Park, so we didn't get to meet him there. I may as well have it go and play. So it's very late. I'm going to have them all go finish eating because they're still hungry. The other two ate while they were at the park, Dimitri and Mason, that is. And Dimitri should get a promotion tomorrow because he's got a little tick. So fingers crossed that will happen. That should happen in the next part. But I think for now we did manage to get Mason through almost all of his aspirations. And the only thing he has left to do is to make one more friend, or make another friend with a child. So hopefully we'll be able to do that in the next part, and then he'll be ready to become a teen. Oh, it looks like looks like she's feeling a little sick. And Andi, as we know, is pregnant. And let's see, no, you're not making a drink. You're pregnant. You don't even make drinks that you can drink in your pregnancy, because there are a couple of drinks that kids are supposed to be able to drink. I think a root beer float, and then there's some type of soda. So second trimester in 7 hours. So I guess when we started it was the morning. And so when we come back in the next part, she should be in her second trimester, because I will play through the night and start in the morning in the next part. But that's it for now. Thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye! If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you like the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks very much.